Morning, morning, morning. Taxi Chronicles here. I'm going to talk about something that's quite controversial. Excuse me. It's weapons. It's guns. Europe in general, we always look at Americans are quite crazy. Why do they need guns? Don't they get tired of school shootings? Don't they get tired of gang shootings or accidental deaths in the house of kids? But over the lockdown, something became apparent to me. So I've always been someone who's like, why would you have guns as well? And when the government came in with lockdown laws around the world, one thing that I realised in certain states in America, and there was looting and rioting as well, those states remain quite stable. They remain stable because the public generally weren't happy with shutting down their businesses and they weren't interested in doing all these lockdowns. And those were the states with guns. And it's not like they had a shootout with the government. They just had more of a voice because they had guns. Maybe it's the mindset of the people in general in that state. But it occurred to me, where the government, let's say like in London, was making people stay indoors, and then obviously we found out there's £10,000 fines and that was all scrapped. That's why we know our Prime Minister now only paid £50 because the laws he brought out were actually against the law, or the rules he brought out. It made me contemplate. Maybe there are extreme times where the public should have weapons to defend themselves against the government, because absolute power corrupts. And we can see that with some of the measures that they came out with the lockdown, especially considering in our case where Boris didn't pay attention, and considering he had all the information, and he had information about, well, it's just extreme in general. And he had a new born baby, but he still insisted on having parties. So how bad was it? How bad really was it? And that's not me to undermine the people who died or passed away, but it's just food for thought. And I'd be interested to hear your point of view on that. There is the flip side, yes, that we shouldn't always need to protect ourselves from the government. And if people have guns, in many cases, it does lead to a chaotic society. But there's guns, countries like Austria and Switzerland, and I think Sweden, where they have many, many guns, and every person, but they don't have the problems that America has. Anyway, food for thought. Love to hear your comments down below.